and just have the best hairstyle ever. I mean, I've got so many compliments about that quote. Systematize my lifestyle so that I don't have to think about the good habits and I'm actually doing them. Your mind is like, what's going on? Hi guys, today I wanted to share with you my favorites of the month. I know this is a very old tradition on YouTube and I haven't done that on my channel yet, but I wanted to share with you some of the items that I really loved this month, and they are pretty universal. Some of them are books, some of them are movies, and there's a podcast that I really love. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I wanted to mention a few items that are more girly, so if you don't want to watch that, you can skip to this minute, and I'm gonna talk about the books, the movies, the podcast, and it's gonna be really interesting. So in one of my latest videos about McDonald's, where I went to buy something and show you what it's like there, you can actually watch it here. I was actually having the curls that I have today. I made these curls using the Dyson Airwrap. So I'm gonna do another tutorial, but it's pretty easy. So here's how my Dyson looks like. So I have the fullest type of edition where I have all the brushes. So the one that I actually curl my hair with are these small ones, the small barrels. And you know that you use them on two sides so that the curls look away from you. And then to dry my hair, I actually use this brush. So I put this on the dryer and I just brush out my hair, and at the same time I dry them. So that's really convenient, because before I used to first like brush my hair and then dry them out. So this is actually doing two things at once. And I use the smallest barrel for my long hair, but if they were bigger, then I would just have like really huge volume, and you don't need that when you have long hair. You need the curls. So it actually took me a few months to get the hang of it. So I'm gonna do another tutorial, so stay tuned for that. But these are amazing because today is the third day that I have these curls and they're perfect. They look like I just made them. And I feel like this is the best investment because I can curl that like once in 3 to 4 days and just have the best hairstyle ever and not even worry about that. So I mean, I guess it depends on my hair type. I have like dry hair because I dyed them. But for people like me, you can actually take advantage of that, and I actually have like dry scalp, so my hair doesn't get oily too fast, so that's a great advantage. But Dyson helps a lot, so if you were thinking of getting one, I highly recommend you. And this video is not sponsored by any of the items, not by Dyson, although I wish that they would sponsor. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you that, and stay tuned for the specific tutorial that I'm gonna make on these curls. So basically these are the most used items in this Dyson kit. I haven't used these two, and I occasionally use this one, but I feel like I might cut my hair sometimes, so this is very handy that I have the whole package, you know. And this is very convenient because I like how it doesn't damage my hair because it's dyed. I don't want it to be any more damaged. And I use this thing to like put my dryer on the sink, so that's really convenient. Yeah. Next thing that I loved this past month, and I'm loving this winter probably, is the coat, the camel coat that I was wearing in my video about McDonald's. And some of you asked where I got it from. It's actually the Russian brand called Ushatava, or how you would read it in English, Oshatava, I don't know. I'm gonna put the name here, but it cost me like 90,000 tenge. That's like $250 around that, and I'm gonna put that amount here. But it's very like warm. It's like 70% wool, and it's very heavy. It's actually very fashionable. I mean, I've got so many compliments about that coat, and I'm loving that. So I'm gonna show you how it sits on me, and this is how it looks. And last girly item that I wanted to show you is actually this mask that I use overnight. It's by this brand called Eliza Skin. It's actually the one from the US. It's got 8% AHA and BHA, 5% enzymes, 7 brighteners, and 7 antioxidants. And this one actually is a lifesaver. It's really good to use in the winter time because you don't want your skin to be very sensitive to the sun. So the winter time is the best for that. And it's the best thing that, you know, exfoliates. It's got some, brighteners, exfoliants, and it's actually moisturizing. So once you have it overnight, the next day your skin is glowing, like literally. This is my lifesaver, my life hack, and I use it with like another retinol that I have. But I really love this one, especially when I need to like do something really fast so that I look the next day really nice. And once I do this, I'm like glowing. My skin looks really healthy and it's nourished, and it's just looking very young and beautiful. So I really highly recommend this one. And in general, the brand Allies of Skin is really good. It's very popular lately in Kazakhstan, but it's a bit pricey. But I would definitely consider getting it because I think it's worth it and your skin deserves the best treatment. Now let's get to the items that might be interesting to everyone. So let's start from a book that I've been loving this past month, and I actually haven't finished it. It's called Atomic Habits. I have one in Russian, and you can see how many notes I have here and how many highlights I have there. Can you like just take a look? Still have a little bit to finish it, but my favorite quote that I actually read today: the last mile is always the least crowded. So this book is very focused on obviously the habits that are, you know, very small but would be very rewarding in the long run. So I'm really trying to, like, you know, get to bed early, start, you know, eating healthy, be more productive and efficient, but I don't want to be forcing myself. So I want my environment to be helping and everything around me to set up so that I don't have to think, but I'm gonna be doing like the best decisions. I'm gonna be practicing best habits, and this is like the game changer for me because it does allow me to actually, you know, make one decision and, you know, buy like a really good mattress, or, you know, I don't know, some kind of like take the TV out of my bedroom. I'm not saying like the exact things that I'm gonna follow. So for example, if you want to eat healthy, you just start using, you know, smaller plates. If you want to get like good sleep, you should get like a mattress that's really good. And you might also get like really dark kind of curtains. Another one-time decision that you can make, it's actually like, you know, deleting your social media, or, you know, unsubscribing from some kind of mailing list and things like that. You know, I just want to systematize my lifestyle so that I don't have to think about the good habits and I'm actually doing them. This teaches me how to do it. So there's actually 4 layers to making good habits stick and how to make them work for you. And I'm gonna do another video about this entire book because there's actually more videos online, but I'm gonna show you what struck me most in this book and what I actually could incorporate into my life and practice myself. So this is like, I'm actually gonna be using it, and it's helping me a lot to becoming the version of myself that I want to become. So I highly recommend for you to read that book, and in the meantime you can also watch my upcoming video about that book too. Next thing that I would recommend is something that also helped my productivity, is this app called To Do by Microsoft. And the nice thing about it is that you can make different lists of things to do, obviously, but then you have your to-dos for the day and it suggests you the ideas that you haven't done yet, and you can fill out your day with those items. And then once you finish them, you can just like click on that item and it just has that really nice rewarding sound and like marks the item off of your list. So that's really convenient, and I've been struggling of like following along with some kind of application, some kind of list where I could keep track of things that I need to do and actually do them and not forget about them. So this app really helped me to list everything so that I don't need to like keep it in my head and like waste energy on that. So I just like write down everything that I need to do, and then on that day I just like cross it off once I'm done. And also I learned to break down the tasks, so I don't need to write something like, you know, build a house. I first like say, you know, I need to plan what I'm gonna do, and then like buy the certain items, and like break into like really tiny steps that are, you know, doable in your head, and you don't like afraid of that huge item and start acting right away. These 2 things helped me to be more productive. Next item is my favorite podcast, and it's actually something new. It's kind of like how I built this by Guy Raz that everyone knows about, but this one is called Don't Keep Your Day Job by Kathy Heller. And what I like about it is that she is actually a songwriter, and then she became a really successful businesswoman, like coach and things like that. And she actually became that person because she followed her heart, she followed her passions, she followed things that she actually enjoyed doing, and then she found a way to monetize it. So what her whole message of that podcast is like, don't keep your day job. Obviously, don't stay in some kind of office job that you don't enjoy, but actually find something that you enjoy, and then you will find a way to monetize it. And, you know, not be afraid, take the leap of faith, take action towards your dream. So it's very inspirational, and it's got so many different stories about the people that found their passions, found their paths, and they're usually like the unexplored ones, and they were brave enough to go that direction, and that was really rewarding for them. So yeah, I would really suggest that podcast. There's like a lot of episodes, and one of my favorites is with Guy Raz. Check it out, it's really good, it's really inspirational and very practical, I would think. Last night actually, today is November 19th, and last night, November 18th, I went to the movie theater in Kazakhstan. You would think it would be impossible during COVID, but they actually opened about a month ago, and they do practice, social distancing there. They check your temperature, we wear masks, and people sit like apart from each other. So it's really nice that we actually could enjoy the movie theaters, but they are practicing all the required measures. So I watched the movie Tenet by Christopher Nolan, and it was amazing. Oh my god. I love Christopher Nolan. I loved his movie Memento, and this one was not an exception. It was like mind-blowing, and it was very mind-boggling, Like a lot of the things that he showed there, you would never think about them, but then you're like seeing them in the movie, and your mind is like, what's going on? So it was really interesting. It was really captivating. I was like, the 2.5 hours went by so quickly. So yeah, I really highly suggest you to watch that movie because it challenges you to think critically, basically. Last but not least, something that you might actually enjoy physically, a physical item, is my favorite steamer lately. It's very small, as you can see. I like how portable it is. It's very convenient, it's very useful, and this little tank of water actually lasts very long. So maybe like 2 or 3 items I can use it, so I don't have to think about, refilling the tank. And it's very handy, very light, and I really like how it actually works on the items. It does do the job, and it's by the brand Xiaomi, if I'm not mistaken with the pronunciation, by the Chinese brand, and I got it from AliExpress. And you probably might be able to get it from there, or maybe from Amazon, so check it out. So these are all the items that I wanted to show you in this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you want to see next, and what you thought about this video. If you like this video, there's another video for you here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my other one. Bye guys!